Now, with Wednesday observed as a public holiday, action will resume today in the Nigeria Professional Football League playoff at the Agege Stadium in Lagos. Lobby Stars Football Club lead the table after a 3-1 win against Ifeanyi Uba FC, but the head coach of the side is hopeful of a return to winning ways despite all that. Now, we have details in this report.
24 hours after the team's defeat in the hands of Lobby Stars Football Club of Makurdi, team's training session was lively for FC Ifeanyi Uba on Wednesday afternoon at the Agege Township Stadium. But the head coach of the side, Uche Okabwe, seems to be very tactical in training, instructing the players on how to go ahead of the second game against Akwa United on Thursday.
I still give my boys kudos for their game against Lobby. Everybody watched the match and they saw what the boys played. Just little lack of concentration, we lost the match, but due to inexperience. But as far as I'm concerned, we're going to retrieve the 3 points as time goes on.
Akwa United's head coach, Raphael Everton, says the 2-2 draw against Kano Pillars was not the result they wanted, but is happy that the team was able to get a point in their opening game in Lagos.
Yesterday we have a starting for Super 6. It's not the starting we like, but for the situation of the game, the draw I think is important for us, and we need to continue with focus, work hard to recover for the competition against Ifeanyi Uba tomorrow.
The players have resolved to return to winning ways in their second game at the ongoing NPFL playoffs.
The result we had was manageable. And we are prepared to face the second game tomorrow, which we are targeting the maximum point, which is the 3 points.
We are in the Super 6 now, and that's all we have been playing for. So we are here to do our work, which is to win the title. So we're ready. We came here for business, so we're here.
A rest day for the players. Action resumes on Thursday with high-flying Enugu Rangers, who lost 0-1 in their Oriental Derby to Enyimba Football Club of Aba, hoping to get a win in the playoffs.
I think, like I said yesterday's game, the outcome was just temporary setback, but it wasn't a disaster.
As you can see, we have come out for our workout before the game tomorrow. So I think we are coming out with everything, because I think we are going back to the drawing board to make sure that our game tomorrow we come out with a positive result, which is the 3 points. That will be very important for us if we really want to crown the champion this season.
Mian Akiri, TVC News, Lagos.
Well, from the fields now, Mian Akiri joins me in the studio this morning. Mian, you were at the training ground for the teams yesterday. This is an unusual one for the players. How are they adapting from playing regular season to playing the Super 6?
Well, owing to some issues as far as the Nigerian football is concerned, the league precisely trying to align, with the FIFA calendar. We had this issue of a breached league, and the best 6 teams are gathered in Lagos, to indeed determine who wins the NPFL title this season. Interestingly, you have no fewer than at least 4 former champions of the league, from Enugu Rangers to Enyimba Football Club, Lobby Stars, all gathered in Lagos. And action will resume today. For Ifeanyi Uba, they will indeed be looking forward to a good outing, hoping that they will get the maximum 3 points at stake. But then this would be at the expense of Akwa United. Did very well in their first game against Kano Pillars. Kano Pillars, a former champion as far as the league is concerned also. A 2-2 draw. They rallied back on 2 different occasions in their first game. But then taking a look at the first game of today, you should expect some form of cracker. Akwa United have not won the league before. They'll be hoping to win the league for the very first time. Tough game they'll be facing. You have Lobby Stars also in action today. According to the head coach of Lobby Stars, Evers Ogenyi, the aim of the team in Lagos is to indeed pick a ticket for the CAF Champions League. You recall that they just concluded CAF season. They were not impressive on the continent, so the experience should indeed count going into the next one, should they pick a ticket, for the CAF Champions League.
Now, let's stick with the CAF Champions League. Now, first of all, there's a controversy on our hands. The CAF yesterday in its meeting deciding on a replay of the second leg between Esperance and Sportive, now Wydad Casablanca. How does this play out in African football? The rule states that you don't walk off the pitch. So where does CAF come off with a decision like that?
Well, personally, if you take a look at opinions of people across the globe, especially if you go to the social media now, from Experience and all other football clubs, they are not happy with this. It's a shame that African football is going back to the boardroom. There are rules, for this game. It's just like your Bible or your Quran, whichever way, there are do's and don'ts. They were spelt out. A referee has the final say, irrespective of what. From 1966, where the Three Lions won their only World Cup trophy in a very controversial, we've seen controversial goals, at the biggest stage. And it never went to the boardroom. If a referee takes a decision, that decision is final on the field of play. But when you have decisions going to the boardroom, and you have the big heads and CAF going against the final that have been played to be replayed, I think it's a shame as far as African football is concerned. It's embarrassing. That's just to say the least. Embarrassing, no doubt.
All right, thank you very much, Mian, this morning for your time. Well, a lot of embarrassing situation, and we hope that CAF will, get it right subsequently. But that's it in sports this morning. It's back to Mike and Veronica now.
Thank you, Chidebere. I guess the VAR does a lot of returning or trying to reverse some of this embarrassing situation that takes place.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the most embarrassing of the situation with CAF was that the VAR wasn't ready for the second leg, so it wasn't available to be used. Hence the controversy. Of course, the players, it did occur to them that the VAR wasn't working, so it raised a lot of issues. The wide-out players walked out of the pitch.
That's part of the challenges.
It's a lot of hoopla.
Part of the challenges on the African continent. Yeah. But I hope that will be fixed somehow going into the AFCON. All right, thank you very much, Chidebere, for the updates in sports.
Well, let's remind you that we are streaming live on YouTube.
And you can certainly connect with us on Twitter using the hashtag TVC Breakfast.